We will have some firearms. We'll be firing quarter loads. They're the smallest loads you can. But we're in a tunnel. It's super loud. I will insist on your protection when we're in here firing weapons. It's extremely loud. Working with actors and guns are just like teaching anybody who's going to shoot for the first time. You walk through the process of how the tool works. A gun is a tool. How it works, where the dangers are, and you start out with the basics, and then you work your way up to what you need to shoot for the day.
I feel like I shouldn't enjoy it as much as I do, because that's kind of wrong, and like, guns are not toys. But it's super fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it feels awesome, and you know, and there's safety issues. You want to make sure everybody's okay, but then there's like that child part of you that's like, yay, I'm gonna find this gun. It's exciting.
Having Marion as a writer slash co-star definitely does change how you approach it for me anyway, because you know you can always tell with the writer what they have in mind for a character. I really wanted to get very specific with her in terms of what she was trying to tell, what story she was trying to get out.
There are some days and some instances where the writer part of me kicks in, like, oh, I meant it should look like this. This is what I meant it to be. Really, the film should be Brian's version of my material. You know, like I wrote it, but it's his vision. Trust is a big part of it, and you know, it may not be exactly what I had in mind, but it shouldn't be, because I'm not directing the film, he is. He responds, we look up at Cito, and then we go.
You got it.
Working with Brian as a director has been a real treat. He's got this great sense of both knowing what it is he wants, but also open to really being in the moment and seeing how is this moment progressing.
I think we like pushing each other and kind of, well, what about this, what about this, and you know, we just kind of have a second hand with each other that just makes pushing each other easier, because we're not worried about like, oh, am I offending him? Oh, does he not want me to do that? Or, you know, so I feel like we have the ability to push each other because we know each other so well.
What I want audiences to take away from Libération, I want them to feel like they just lived in a war. I want them to feel the reality of what it was like to be in France at this time period. And I think that's the great metaphor that Marion had in her script of the tunnel for the war. They're constantly in this thing, and the tunnels have the beginning and the end, and they're nearing the end of this tunnel. But the question is who are you when you get out of that? And I really want audiences to question that, of what the circumstances of war do to you.